here I go. I am not moving in silence. If it ain't moving, move it. We making movies, moving. I get the chance and take it. We bout to build it. They leaving it vacant. I just go harder. I am unbothered. I gotta get it. I am so with it. I will go get it. That is the difference. I am not waiting. I am not faking. Everything out here, that's for the taking. My mind too right. My grind too tight. This head rhyme too nice. This my world, my life. One shot, who me? Take that, ooh-wee. One shot, movie. That's all you need. One shot, who me? Take that, ooh-wee. One shot, movie. That's all you need. One shot for everybody living in the moment. One shot is all.
A very warm day outside by Minnesota standards, but then again, it is still summer. Either way, the AC is working just fine at U.S. Bank Stadium in the Twin Cities. Today, we kick off the new year with an NFC North matchup between the Green Bay Packers and the Minnesota Vikings. McPherson has this one teed up, and we are underway from downtown Minneapolis. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Open man, that's Noah Fant, the tight end. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34. Well, there you go, Charles, the first completed pass of his young career.
And we expect it not to be his last. Very good to get the first one out of the way, though, as he begins his career.
Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down. The Vikings here hosting Green Bay in the season opener, and they've got one of those quirks in the schedule that is going to work in their favor. They play all 3 of their division home games in the first 5 weeks of the year. After Green Bay today, they'll host Detroit in week 3 and then Chicago in week 5. Pickett to throw on first down. Man open, that's Calvin Ridley. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. They'll try the middle with Cook. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Pickett. Pressure coming from the Vikings, and they get there and bring him down. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
Now that's a heck of a moment for your first sack of the game, because if this long drive ends without a touchdown because of that sack, we're going to look back and say that might be one of the biggest plays of this contest.
And the Vikings are going to beef up their secondary here. 6 DBs on third. Pickett back to throw. Got a man that's caught at the 6-yard line. And it's a Packers touchdown. A great play there. His first NFL reception goes for 6. And the Packers are on the board here first in the season opener. Extra point by Bass, up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. He will return this from deep in the end zone. Oh, a dangerous return man showing it here. Still going past the 30. And he'll bring it back all the way. Touchdown, Minnesota. Well, there you go. They gave up the score to start the game, and as quick as they could get it back, they did on the return.
And people talk about this all the time, whether you're coaching it, whether you're trying to work on it, whether you're just trying to put in the minds of your players. Attack back as fast as you can after giving up a score. No quicker way than on a kick return.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And, Charles, nothing like squaring off with a division opponent, a division rival in Week 1. Do you like that they are matching up this early, or would you prefer a game like this be a few weeks down the road?
I actually like the early matchup for a few reasons, Brandon. First of all, it allows you to see that in the entire offseason and know, hey, right out of the gate, we're playing a division game. Second part is it spreads them out a little bit. If you just have them all bunched up at the end of the year, that's not as much fun watching teams try to survive that gauntlet when you do have injuries down the stretch. And last but not least, let's face it, we're TV people. What a great game to sell right out of the gate.
Now, meanwhile, here's a second down throw that's knocked away and incomplete.
As a corner, you have to be able to run with guys step for step downfield or man coverage and make up ground quickly in zone. You have to put yourself in position to make plays just like that one we saw there.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Pickett will look to throw it here. The Vikings after him, and they get there for the sack. Hassan Reddick coming in to drop it for a loss of 8, and it also brings up 4th. Here's Colby Wadman to punt. Ross on the return. So a good punt, but a solid 12-yard return. And it will be Vikings ball, 1st and 10. Throwing is Rodgers. And the screen unsuccessfully dropped it.
So many components go into a well-executed screen pass. You got to sell. Offensive line's got to sell like they've missed blocks, and then they move out, and they're out in front of the running back. He's got to sell that he's trying to block, and then he slips out into the route. The quarterback has to sell that maybe he's trying to throw it downfield. Instead, he slips it off to the running back, and when you get one set perfectly, you have to catch the ball, and that didn't happen on that play.
To throw again on second down. Rodgers going deep downfield for Ross. And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete, so the ball a little late getting there, and it's third down.
Almost feels like anything you can do, we're going to try and match or do better. We've already seen one touchdown pass from the opposition. They tried to equal it on that throw.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Now it's Rodgers. All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Sauce Gardner picks it off, and the Packers are going to take possession of the football. Well, we saw plenty of that during his much-heralded college career. He parlayed that into becoming a first-round selection, and now here he is making interceptions in the National Football League.
And this is a guy that has all the physical tools, but the thing that sets him apart is what he's got between his ears. And that's the sixth sense for knowing where the football is going. Just an excellent play there to create the turnover.
Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. That one goes for 24 yards. A nice completion there for the first down. And Charles, you think about the quarterbacks of recent vintage that have been thrust into action week one. It's no guarantee of future success, but we sure have seen some good ones.
We certainly have, partner. How about Joe Burrow with the Bengals in 2020? He was excellent. Kyler Murray with the Cardinals. The best part about his game has his team run the brink of the playoffs. And Deshaun Watson has won division titles after having started from day one.
Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down. Well, if you look where that play starts, O-line versus D-line, that was a battle won by the D-line.
Yeah, and oftentimes it's won by quickness off the ball. Who can handle the guy across from them best? On that play, the defensive line did exactly that.
Off play action, Pickett. And he's got it. It's caught for a Packers touchdown. Calvin Ridley, 25 yards for the touchdown. And the Packers have taken the lead. There was a lot of zip on that pass, and baseball might have called that a frozen rope.
I like it when you bring the diamond into the game. I'm going back to the gridiron. Had some heat on that bad boy. Sometimes you throw a touchdown pass, and sometimes
you throw, what, a touchdown strike?
There you go. That's my man, in concert.
The extra point by Bass, up and good. And that makes the score 14-7. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. Pulls it in at the 13. And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They had the auspicious beginning to the season, a first drive turnover. Now they'll try again here, 1st and 10. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. To throw, it's Rodgers. Going deep downfield for Ross. And at the 7-yard line, the catch is made. Touchdown, Vikings. McPherson on for the point after. And we've got a good one brewing. Burrow knotted up at 14. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. We have seen a lot of points here in this quarter. For us up here in the booth, it's been fun to watch. The defensive coordinators probably scratching their heads. Yeah, they're going a little bit crazy right now. But let's face it, all my friends who play fantasy, they're enjoying the heck out of this show because most of them are creating and getting a bunch of points. Yeah, points certainly not at a premium here. A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. From the gun, it's a give to Cook. And they'll get this just to the 47, 1-yard gain. Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier. On 2nd and 9, Pickett. This is the tight end Fant. And they're going to get this to about the 44-yard line. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down.
First down, Packers.
Pretty entertaining start. 14 all to score. Pickett now to throw off the play fake. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Offense was moving it a little bit, had them back on their heels, but they earned a brief pause by forcing the incompletion. That gives them a quick chance to regroup and try and mount a stand before they're backed up even further.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Here's Pickett. Left side here, that's the tight end Fant. And this is going to turn into another first down as the tackle is made at the Vikings' 32-yard line. It's a gain of 12, and the Packers have the first. Another completion there, and what a big moment in a young quarterback's life, that first NFL start. And Charles, obviously they want him to win games, but if they're looking at him under a microscope in his first month or so, what do you think they're hoping to see from it?
Well, for every question they'll have for him, they should...
And down he goes! They sack him back right around the 41-yard line. The former number 3 pick, Joey Bosa, bringing the lumber that time. So, Charles, no turnovers yet for this offense, but those sacks now, they're starting to pile up.
And one thing usually leads to another because they've got to figure out how the offensive line and everyone else involved in protection can keep their quarterback upright and allow him a chance to throw the ball downfield.
And he's going to be brought down at about the 33-yard line.
This drive is turning into an extended one, and the guy carrying the ball, he's becoming more like a body blows guy. Every carry is putting some damage on the defense. So after a while, I'm not too sure how many guys are going to want to run up and tackle him.
Throwing on 3rd down. Here's Pickett. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Like what I see so far out of this defense because they've been showing their best coverages on 3rd down. So far, only allowed 1 conversion on a handful of attempts. One area of their game plan that they've executed to perfection.
The kick by Bass is good, and they take a 17-14 lead. So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles' defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
A first down carry by Elliott. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. Second down coming up. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6.
4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6.
Again, it's Elliott. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line.
First and 10 at the 49-yard line.
They'll try the right side with Elliott. And this will be taken across midfield and into Green Bay territory.
Tackle made at the 47-yard line. A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6.
On second down, Elliott. And he'll go out of bounds right around the 40. 7 yards there and a first down.
Yeah, once more, strong running, excellent blocking at the point of attack. They've got a nice little drive brewing right here.
And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down.
A gain of 9 brings up 2nd and 1 at the Packers' 31-yard line.
And a hard-working run here as he's got it inside the 20, down to the 17. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. Into the red zone, it's Rodgers. To the goal line, but it's incomplete. Fair to say, hasn't been his best game throwing the football, but also not getting a lot of help out there either.
Yeah, you nailed it pretty well, you know. He's got to throw it better. Got to get more help. Obviously one that should have been caught. They got to find a way to bring those two elements together so they can make some progress in this one.
Now this time Rodgers will throw. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Well, every point certainly counts at this stage of the game, but after driving so far, you absolutely know they want to finish it with 6 instead of 3.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. They'll bring a receiver in motion left. Throwing is Rodgers on 3rd down. He's got his man, T.J. Hockenson. And the Vikings are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
A field goal helps, but a touchdown gets you the lead. That had to be the message transmitted in the huddle. And they delivered there as that throw is going to keep the drive alive. And even better than that, set them up with a 1st and goal.
Now Elliott. And he'll wind up picking up about 4 as that is going to bring us to the 2-minute warning. From the 2 now, 2nd and goal. Now Rodgers. They'll set up the screen to Elliott. Touchdown, Vikings! Ezekiel Elliott, a 2-yard touchdown grab as they have taken the lead. And oh, he missed it. It's no good. And that will keep this a 3-point game. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. Last time out, you remember their drive stalled, but thanks to their kicker, booted a long field goal to at least get them 3. Now here they'll try to do better and find the end zone.
And in our experience, how much fun is it for coaches to know that they've got a kicker who can nail it from long distance? Now the hard part is, as an offensive play caller, you don't want that in your head too much where you're relying on it, and he goes out and gets the job done for them. But I'm quite sure he would be content to just kick extra points from here on out.
Yeah, absolutely no question. I think his teammates would be okay with him just kicking the extra points as well. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
To the air on first down with Pickett. Oh, this one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's second down.
And I can see the officials kind of looking at each other down there, silently wondering, does this meet the level of grounding? Fortunately, he did have a receiver in the area, but I have seen less obvious throwaways called as penalties.
They'll try again from the 36 on 2nd and 10. Quick throw out wide, and Pierce has got it. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. Rookie to rookie on the hook up there, and it's a first down. First and 10, here's Pickett. This is intercepted. Picked up by Xavier Howard. And the Vikings are going to get the football here at their own 40-yard line. When the rookie QB gets his first touchdown pass, that's one you put in the trophy case. First career interception, that's going to be one he wants to forget.
Yeah, and he's not going to go ask for the football, right? You can keep that one. The key for him, what does he learn from it? When he watches the tape, does he have an answer right now where he already understands what mistake he made? That's what the coaches are going to want to know, and that's what they'll grill him on and see how he grows from it.
Looking deep for Julio. And this is caught inside the 5. A big play there for Minnesota. 57 yards. A chance to really cap off a big first half here as they come up on 1st and goal. Here's Rodgers. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. Touchdown! Aaron Rodgers, 3 first-half touchdown passes. And the Vikings will extend their lead in the final minute of the half. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee, and they'll bring the football out to the 25. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete.
With a rookie quarterback out there, you're definitely going to find out how he handles adversity, because this one so far hasn't gone according to plan. He's got to fight through it and show him what he's made of.
So following the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 25. Not wanting to take a chance this time, they'll keep it on the ground. And they're able to get this one across the 35. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1.
Coming in, he really liked his chance of having a big year based on a terrific offseason. And runs like that on opening weekend show that he's right.
They run the play fake. Here's Pickett. That's to the tight end, Colby Parkinson. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. A good pickup there, a 22.
Good job there of getting his tight end involved because he lines up on the right side of the formation, just works his way across the field. I really like how they were in sync on that one. He spotted the open gap in the zone, and his quarterback found him, and they get a first down.
A quick throw knocked away and incomplete.
This could be the start of a nice stand from this defense now after getting walked backwards on this drive. Come through with another one here, and you have them staring at a 3rd and long, and that puts the defense in a position to dictate to the offense.
And I tell you what, he got it from 58. That had lots of leg behind it, and this is back down to a 7-point game. So a big play before the end of the half to get him into this spot, and they cash in with 3.
How about the 1-2 to the solar plexus on that one? The big play, the field goal, not much time left on the clock. That's the way to go into the half.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And with Rodgers behind center, you wonder if they'll take one shot at this. A final shot before half for Rodgers. Deep ball for Goodwin. And he's got it inside the 10. So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend as we send you down to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. We'll see if week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. Taken from about the 12. And he's going to get this across the 20 as he's out of bounds at the 23. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. Second half starts with a carry by Elliott. There's the stiff arm, and they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 56 yards now on the ground on just 7 carries.
Most of their damage has been done through the air. I mean, they've rung the bell 3 times with passing touchdowns, but guess what? Ground game has not been neglected. Nice little burst right there.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. They keep on the ground with Elliott. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. And the tackle for loss goes to Eric Kendricks.
And that's what this defense is going to need to do more in the second half. Good pressure that time, forces some indecision in the backfield. He's going to wind up being taken down for a nice loss.
So their task a little bit more difficult now. 2nd and 13 that they're walking up on. Shotgun now for Rodgers. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Needs something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down. Went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. Rodgers going to throw. Going deep downfield for Ross. They've got his man complete. Touchdown, Vikings. 4 touchdown passes now for Aaron Rodgers. And the Vikings go up by 2 touchdowns. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And the lead now up to 14. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And this will come out to the 25 as Jones elects for the touchback. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. They make their second half debut here, and things are looking a little bit tougher now. You give up the points there, Charles, that touchdown drive on the other side. So now it's a 2-score game here. Got to be careful.
They certainly do, and I'm just wondering at halftime if those guys just looked into each other's eyes and realize what they've got to get done and come out a little bit more charged up, because if they don't get some kind of points here, that next drive, that could make this a 3-possession game.
Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. Now Pickett. He's got his man. It's Pierce.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He's got his big tight end, Fant. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. A big play there as they get the conversion on 3rd and 13. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Pickett sets up play action. And this is thrown to the sideline. No receiver in the area, though, and that's going to bring out a flag. We saw it, too. Nobody in the vicinity of that throw, and that earns him the penalty.
Yeah, you've got to at least get it close enough to one of your own guys in order to dodge the penalty.
Pickett. Try to lay one up deep. And a penalty flag comes in as that one winds up incomplete, but the contact is going to move the ball well downfield. So the yellow flag came out, and that leads to a new set of downs for this offense. 1st and 10. Off the play fake, here's Pickett. And he's going to be taken down here. A sack back at the 32. Taken down for the 5th time this game. Multiple defenders there to get him. So after the sack, a scenario you certainly don't work on too often. 2nd and 24. From the gun, here's Pickett. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he'll be taken down at about the 22-yard line.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion that would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication, and as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
And he's going to be taken down here. A sack back at the 32. It's a loss of 10 on the sack, and it leads to 4th. I don't know what else can be said about this pass rush. They have been sensational. CD, that is now 6 sacks for them.
And how many times do we talk to offensive coordinators and they say a sack is a result of everyone on offense not doing their job? But let's be honest about this one. This is the offensive line unable to counter the pass rush. They've been teeing off all game long.
So the response to that touchdown on the other side to begin the 3rd quarter. Look, just 3 points, but still a response nonetheless.
You're exactly right about that, because I think you needed to answer back with something, even though it's not 6. Just enough to send a message that says, hey, we're not going away.
And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped at the 23-yard line.
At their own 23-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. As the offense begins another drive here, pretty simple, Charles. They want to carbon copy what happened the last time out when they ended their drive in the end zone.
You're right about that, partner. Sounds pretty simple, doesn't it? Just score again, but we know it's not that simple because we don't just make adjustments at halftime if you're a good football team. You spend that time on the sideline, you study what's on the notes and the tablets, and you make those adjustments, prevent a repeat of the last drive. Series to series, the best teams, that's how they get it done.
And we'll find out here soon enough whether those adjustments are enough defensively. A running play on first down, and it turns into a fight just to get back to the line of scrimmage. If this defense wants to stay in this ballgame, they've got to start ending some drives. That helps.
And they have to look ahead at what they expect the offense to do, and right now with that lead, that's run the football. So you don't just stack the line of scrimmage. You have to get upfield and try and make some plays in their backfield.
Looking to throw on second down. Rodgers. Man open, it's Goodwin. A little juke. And they're going to get this up to midfield.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing because a lot of teams with a two-score lead in the third quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
Altogether, a pretty shaky start to the year for this defense as they defend another 1st and 10. From midfield, here's Rodgers. And that's Elliott, complete. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 40.
And good yardage there on first down because sometimes all you need to do on the screen is get one key block. That might set your man free, and that was pretty good pursuit to the football defensively. Well, it could have gone for more.
To throw again on second down. Rodgers. Right back to his running back, Ezekiel Elliott. And this is going to result in another first down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 28. Another good completion on the drive as the Vikings have a first down. We are through 3 quarters here on NFL Kickoff Weekend. Again, they'll throw with Rodgers. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. The 40. He's at the 30. Past the 20. And into the end zone. It's a pick 6 and a Packer touchdown. Well, don't change that channel just yet. This one may have gotten a bit more interesting.
Put down the remote, put down the clicker. This one looked like it was over. It looked like they were ready to seal the deal. But in doing so, by pitching it around a little bit, it cost them. We could have a great finish.
Pickett will try to throw for this. And that'll be incomplete.
I know they didn't tack on the 2 points, but I liked their attempt. After the interception return for a touchdown, I was thinking to myself, forget kicking it, go for 2, and they did.
Well, yeah, and everybody's scrambling. Maybe you catch the defense on their heels. They weren't ready to be out there.
Yeah, it's almost like a sudden change, right? There was a turnover, you take it away, they stuck it in the end zone, keep the momentum going. Give credit to the defensive guys for rallying and stopping that 2-point attempt.
The Vikings take over 1st and 10 at their own 16-yard line.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And now this 4th quarter becoming very interesting. That pick 6 makes this a 1-score game. Still plenty of time on the clock. We'll see how aggressive they choose to be. And now this one may draw a penalty. He just blindly threw that one to the sideline. And, yep, indeed, the flag is out. Yeah, he hadn't gotten far enough away from the pocket to throw that football away, and that draws the flag.
Yeah, the old tackle box, right? Get outside of each tackle, and then you can go ahead and throw it away, and you're in good shape. But if you're back there in the pocket, you got to make sure of what you're doing.
They lose the yardage, and, of course, they also lose the down on the grounding call, and it's quickly 2nd and long. Now Rodgers. Catch is made by Hockenson, the tight end. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And that's going to lead to a 3rd and 12.
Brings up 3rd and 12.
Throwing now is Rodgers. Going deep downfield for Ross. And that's caught inside the 30. And they'll work this time inside the 30. Even later into his career now, there aren't too many guys that can launch it downfield with accuracy better than Aaron Rodgers.
And he made that look effortless, didn't he? I mean, he's had a great game throwing the football, and this is going to add to his yardage total in a big way. It's one thing to be accurate on your short and intermediate throws, but when you're hitting the bombs like those, look out.
Inside give to Elliott. Stopped at the 24-yard line after a gain of 5. Now, I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge. But that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short game.
The Vikings on 3rd down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. And he gets the first down yardage before he's brought down just outside the 10 at the 11. 82 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long. At carries like that, that's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines, and let's close this one out.
On 1st down, Rodgers. That one complete to Elliott. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. 7 yards there on the 1st down screen play.
He's had success running the football, and this is more or less an extension of that because they drop it off to him on the screen. And I'll bet he's thinking to himself, if I didn't have to slow up a bit here in traffic, I could have really made something out of that one.
And he'll get blown up behind the line of scrimmage, back at the 6. Call that a loss of a yard, and things get a little more difficult here, 3rd and 5.
Well, that's the big drawback to this play. Even if somehow the quarterback pitches it, he's not immune to the big hit. In this case, he kept it and absorbed it anyway.
Throwing is Rodgers. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. Aaron Rodgers on fire. His 5th touchdown pass of the ball game. And the Vikings are closing in on a winning start to the year as they extend their 4th quarter lead. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And it gives his guys a 12-point advantage. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And you figure after giving up that last touchdown, they trail by 2 scores here in the 4th quarter. This drive becomes very critical. Hassan Reddick able to disrupt yet another pass play. That is his 3rd sack of the afternoon.
This offensive line flat out cannot handle this pass rush. We've seen it demonstrated time and time again to the tune of 7 sacks in this game thus far.
And the job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20. Off play action. Pickett. He's going to loft one deep over the middle. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
I know conventional wisdom says, hey, don't get it all back in one play. But sometimes you go ahead and try to. They tried to get it all back on that one. Weren't able to do so.
3rd and long for Pickett. He's got a man. That's caught. Left sideline.
Complete to number 89. A 28-yard gain. 1st down, Green Bay.
To the air on 1st down with Pickett. There goes a deep ball. End zone. And this is incomplete. Oh, he had 6 points right in his hands, but could not hang on. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Looking to throw here. Pickett. And he's going to lose a yard or 2. Taken down behind the line. The son Reddick in there to drop him as that clock continues to run.
Remember, throughout my career here, defensive coaches always say, guys, you got to earn the right to rush the passer. And they put themselves in a great spot with this big lead, and they know they've got to throw the ball.
These pass rushers have to be salivating. It is pin your ears back time indeed. They'll send a receiver in motion to the left. He's going to let it fly. And that will be incomplete. They weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
That means it's just one last chance left, and this has to be a 1st down or a touchdown, or this game's over.
In the slot in motion left. Pickett, 4th down, desperation time. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with the football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And defensively, that might just seal a Week 1 victory. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Rodgers looking to throw. He finds his man, complete. That's Elliott. And finally down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
How about the way they're moving the ball down the field? They had a big play a moment ago. Followed it up with another nice one here. And before you know it, they're already looking at 1st and goal.
He's got his man. It's taken in for a Viking touchdown. T.J. Hawkinson, a 7-yard touchdown grab. And the Vikings are looking good here in the season opener as they're able to extend their lead. McPherson on for the extra point. And that one makes this a 19-point game. after the touchdown. McPherson on to kick this one away. No run back here for Jones. A touchback. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And they knew coming in that this would be a tough place to go in and win a season opener. But this has just been a performance, to be frank, not to be proud of here as they trail big in this fourth quarter. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts as the clock stops with 23 seconds to go in the game.
And the Packers first down.
On 1st and 10, it's Pickett. Left side here, that's the tight end Fant. And he'll be out of bounds up near the 45 at the 44.
Out of bounds at the 44-yard line. 8 yards on the pickup. Brings up 2nd and 2.
From the 44, Pickett. And that'll be incomplete with 11 seconds remaining now.
This has been a rough one, to put it mildly, for him. And after this one's done, you just feel like at the post-game press conference, this team's going to have a lot of questions and definitely not a lot of answers.
Third and 2, Pickett. Pressure coming from the Vikings, and they get there and bring him down. And one of the whistles for a timeout. So they'll stop the clock here in a game that's been decided in the closing seconds. And on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. Now here's Ross. This was not just the opener of a brand new season, but this was a division game here in Week 1. And to come through with a 1-0 start against a division opponent gives you a little something extra heading forward for the rest of the season.
Yeah, it's piled on into one game, right? Opening the season, and you were moved in the division. You knew the motivation was going to be there on both sidelines. One just executed better and earned the win.
So for Minnesota, that'll be a happy locker room as they start this season 1-0. And they will hit the road next week for a date with the Philadelphia Eagles. Meanwhile, for the Packers, they obviously fall to 0-1 with the defeat. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves next week at home against the Chicago Bears.